Good evening, everyone. I'm Mike Atherton, and with me...
I suppose that decision brings with it an element of surprise. Bowling first would on paper seem the riskier decision. They must have considerable belief in their frontline attack.
Right, so we're ready to get underway. Always something special about that first delivery. It can really set the tone for the match. Didn't get anywhere near the first ball of the innings.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it. A few moves made in the field.
Great shot through the gap.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for 4, driven away nicely.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you've just got to accept it and move on. Wait up!
The fielder could only pick that up off the boundary rope, punched that away through the covers with exquisite timing.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder? Waiting. Finds the fielder with that shot.
Just threw the shot too early.
Yep. Huge edge.
Keeper.
There'll be 1 run here for them. A new batter always likes to feel bat on ball early on as they bring a bit of energy to the crease. Yep.
Immediately underway with some runs.
We've seen good control and spin from this bowler. Looking forward to seeing what they can do here. Curran coming into the attack from the south end. Yes. Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Marsh shakes their head. It was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it. Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot. Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the 3rd dot.
Yep. Great shot. At least 1 on offer.
Did well just to get it down towards 3rd for some runs.
Waiting.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Into the second over. The batting side are now on 12 for none.
Ahmed from the north end.
Wait.
No runs on that occasion, got into position nicely, just too early on the shot and couldn't find the gap.
Yep.
Very sweet off the bat and 4 all the way.
Punched out of the middle of the bat with great timing. It's raced to the boundary.
Yes.
Unplayable, no reward, flying to the boundary.
Well bowled, but that's another super shot. Onto the front foot, presented the full face of the bat and got it into the gap and all the way to the rope.
Yep.
That's right off the meat of the bat.
Good batting, lovely timing. Hardly even lent on it. Was always headed for the boundary.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key.
Wait.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on that shot.
Playing all their shots in that over. A very expensive over.
Yeah, mate.
Struck it nicely. Could go to the boundary.
Just perfection, a majestic shot. You just cannot hit it any better than that. Raced away to the boundary.
Yes.
Really good shot there.
This is where they can be so good because they were so quick to get back and onto this.
Curran shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots. Just need to tighten their areas now.
Wait, mate.
Into the gap. Nice shot.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
Yep.
Edge. Unplayable.
Good precision with the throw, back from the deep.
Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
Yes.
Oh my, that's racing away.
Good return there, back from the deep.
Wait.
Can't get that outside the ring field. Really playing all their shots that over. Really expensive.
Some adjustments to the field.
Going with spin now.
Yes.
Well timed, but there's a fielder out there.
Just pivoted onto the back foot, so easily done to knock it behind square.
Waiting.
Quick onto that in the infield. Huge shout. The bowler seems very confident with that one. The Super Kings having a good chat. Don't know if it's worth using a review on it though.
Nothing picked up from the bat. This could spell trouble. How close is that? Could be the wicket. Well, the margin in this game can be so fine. And it's unfortunate in the end, but if you're the batter, you're still there.
Not the best decision to review that. The umpire has got it spot on.
Get that!
Well, the end of an entertaining performance with the bat. Certainly a good wicket to get. The runs were really starting to flow.
Lots of pressure coming into bat. Will have to wait though to face their first ball. Lovely bowling.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it. All, that's poor play.
Yes!
Perfect technique and placement.
Just need one of the cameramen to send that one back. A little bit of width, but clinically put away.
The right armour is coming on to bowl from the south end.
Waiting.
Good shot. It's found the gap.
Waiting.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Yep.
They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
Doesn't even wait to see if the ball's going to do anything. Onto the front foot, punches it away to the boundary. The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
Edge. Amazing delivery. A wonderful delivery to get the edge. You've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again.
Yep.
Nice shot. Runs possible.
Keepers!
That was a good strong throw back in, right over the stumps. Trouble, complete mix-up between these two. Just avoided an embarrassing run-out.
Massive edge.
A little late on that. No runs scored.
Some well-targeted bowling in that over. Certainly something to build on. The Super Kings are now allowed 5 fielders outside
Waiting.
the circle. Straight to the fielder.
Yep.
Nicely played. Perfect timing.
Good balance, really good balance to transfer the weight and stay on top of the ball. A very defensive field, this.
Wait there.
Gone! Excellent catch, close to the bat.
This innings just cut short before it really flourished. It looked like we're moving to a big score, but it's not to be.
A big opportunity. They've worked hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get big runs on the board. Well placed. Should get a single.
Exquisitely down the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Yeah.
There'll be runs here.
End of the 7th over. The batting side are now 59 for 2.
A change to the field, going very defensive.
Wait on. Yep.
Big edge.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
Wait on.
A little late on that, no run scored.
Yep.
Edge. What a ball.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and
Wait
keep the
on.
batter under pressure.
Yep.
Nicely fielded on the boundary.
Decisive running might have gotten two. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
The Super Kings found some good rhythm in that over. They'll want to maintain it going forwards.
Yep.
Strokes it languidly away to the fence. A lovely shot.
Pushed onto the front foot and presented the full face of the bat.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come.
A bit of a change-up in the field now.
Yep.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yes.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Yep.
They'll get at least one.
Yes.
Onto the front foot and punched it nicely. Would have hoped to find the rope.
Yep.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
End of the 9th over. The batting side are now 74 for 2.
A new bowler is coming into the attack.
Coming on to bowl.
Yep.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
It was wide and suitably dealt with.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away.
Wait. Wait on. Yep.
There's a run here, surely.
Not a smart decision, you feel, not to run there. Mustn't have a lot of faith in their partner, if you ask me.
Wait. Wait.
Picks the gap perfectly.
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap. Timed it nicely for 4 more.
Going with pace now.
Fast bowler comes into the attack.
Yep.
That's great fielding. That ball was flying. There'll be 1 run here for them.
Yep.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yep. Ball up.
Yep.
Head over the ball. Great shot. That's racing away.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there down the ground.
Wait on.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
Wait on.
Power and precision in that shot.
The fielder could only pick that up off the boundary rope. Punched that away through the covers with exquisite timing.
Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over that one. Too many loose deliveries. Hit that hard. Nailed it.
Well, that was a very solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4. The captain moving the field back here, trying to prevent boundaries.
Wait. Yeah.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
They're fast between the wickets. Good fielding keeps it close, though.
Yep.
Chance to run 2.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keep pressure on the bowlers.
Yes.
It wasn't a bad ball, got it short enough, but they were onto it so early. Pivoted onto the back foot and punched it away behind square.
Yep.
Wait.
Good
Yeah.
piece of fielding to stop some runs. Comfortable single if they take it.
I'm surprised they're turning runs down like that. They should be rotating the strike. Every run counts in the book.
The right armour is coming into the attack from the north end.
Yep.
Ballers. Wait. Yep.
Middle that one. Great timing.
Those runs bring up the 50 partnership.
Solid partnership, 50 so far. Now it's time to really build a big score.
Wait. Yep.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Seems slightly odd not just to take the single that was on offer there.
Yep.
Yep.
End of the 13th over. The batting side are now on 111
Ahmad from the
for
south
2.
end. Edge. Unplayable. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
Managed to get onto the front foot early and just incredible power to loft that one over the boundary.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right.
Yes.
Out! Good catch.
That was a very good knock in the end. I'm sure a few more runs would have been better, but this has indeed been a good innings.
For the batting side.
Yep.
Lovely timing. Will this one go to the fence?
It was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
Yep.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Yep.
Too good. Not sure anyone is going to cut that off.
Seemed very happy to take the boundary first up. Punched away nicely to get off the mark.
Really playing all their shots that over. Really expensive.
Yep.
Huge edge. Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Yep.
Decisive running might have gotten them too. You look at that and I'd say they would have made it easily. Poor running in the end.
Yep.
Flew away with pace. Brilliant timing.
This inning's rollicking towards 50 now. Huge hit for 6.
A little short on that occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch. And as we've seen already, it makes it very easy to score.
Yep.
Yep.
Manipulating the field, asking questions of the opposition captain as they take a single.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Bowling.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Yep.
Good bit of timing there.
And that brings up 50 runs for this batsman.
That's a really good half-century. Started well and has continued to up the scoring rate. Going with a more defensive field choice.
Misses everything. Really? That's just wasting everyone's time.
Another one gone. The fourth wicket is in the bag. A bit of trouble if there was another to fall quickly. We've seen some very good bowling.
The right-hander is coming into bat at number 6.
Big appeal.
How is that? Wait.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the third dot.
Yeah. Catch it.
Caught. Gone.
Just managed to clasp their hands around that one. Disappointment for the batter, joy for the bowler. Another wicket down, this one without scoring.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come in after the fall of a wicket.
The captain is going with the spinner.
The captain's going to change things around in the field.
Edged it. Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring. A wonderful delivery to get the edge. They've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again.
Yep.
They'd look for a couple here. A couple on offer here.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Yeah.
Great shot.
Yep.
Good return, back from the deep.
Edge. Amazing delivery. Thick edge. The over comes to an end. Not many runs coming from it. Both sides need to inject some life into this game. Pooran, the left-arm medium fast bowler, is coming into the attack from the south end.
Yeah.
Brilliant shot, that. Good work there on the boundary.
Yeah.
Misjudged that and takes a hit on the body.
Wait. Yeah.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward and dispatches it to the boundary.
Yeah.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot, good running.
Yep.
Nice shot, runs possible. Giving them absolutely nothing here at the moment. Another over gone and not much from it. Ahmed, the pace bowler, coming into the attack.
Yeah.
Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be four.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for four. A bit of a change-up in the field now.
Edge. What a ball.
Misses out there on the short and wide one.
Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure.
Nice bowling.
Yeah.
Bowler.
Just pivoted onto the back foot, so easily done to knock it behind square.
Waiting.
Thought it got past them, but a fantastic dive to cut it off.
Short and wide, did well to get some bat on that.
Yep.
There'll be runs here.
End of the 19th over. The batting side are now 161.
Plenty of wickets in hand coming into the final over. May as well go for broke.
The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
Final over in this innings. Plenty of wickets in hand, and it's going to need to be really accurate.
Yeah.
Got to try and get it up into the block hole.
That was a tremendous delivery, fizzed through to the keeper. No more short balls this over.
Yep.
Ahmad did very nicely out there on the boundary. Could that be out? Looks so.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down. Really didn't get settled. Looked to be in trouble, sadly, for most of the knock.
Yeah.
They'll get at least one. It's getting to where this is becoming a problem. It's obvious it isn't out, but they appeal anyway.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
Difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to set themselves up before facing their first ball.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Immediately underway with some runs.
Yeah.
Well placed. Should get a single. There'll be one run here for them. Straight to the fielder.
Hit that well off the back foot, but couldn't beat the field.
Now 168 for 7.
And that's the end of the innings. The Super Kings have been set a target of 169 runs. This is a really defendable total. The openers will need to get their iron very quickly and get the scoreboard ticking over if they're to have any chance.
Yep.
Timed it nicely. They'll look for a couple, you'd think.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yep.
Oh my, that's racing away.
Always backing the ball there. Drives the ball away nicely and picked the gap at cover very well.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary.
Yep.
Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
You could see by how it whistled away to the boundary just how sweetly this was timed.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer. Conway is new to the crease. They'll be keen to feel bat on ball early on.
A warm welcome.
Yep.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Conway gets off the mark. Obviously didn't like the look of that one and just ignored it.
Yep.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Playing all their shots in that over. A very expensive over. The right-arm medium bowler is coming on to bowl from the south end.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there down the ground.
Beaten on the drive.
Ball in.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Drives and misses everything.
Khan with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
Yep.
Keeper. Yep.
Just need one of the cameramen to send that one back. A little bit of width, but clinically put away.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away.
Nice ball in.
End of the over. 9 runs coming from it. The Super Kings are 23 for none. Khan from the north end.
Catch it.
Yep.
Immaculate timing there.
Starting to hit their stride. A fabulous piece of timing, and they're into the 20s.
The last one helped the scoring rate, making their intentions clear.
Well, dealt with that beautifully. Saw the short one and got out of the way. No more of those in this over.
Yep.
Hit that hard, nailed it.
4 runs. They were so still at the crease. Just a slight movement forward. Fabulous shots.
Khan shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots. Just need to tighten their areas now.
Yep.
Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably expected more there.
Yeah.
Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
Ballers in. Yes.
Couldn't have played that any better.
You can't hit the ball much better than that. Timed it to perfection.
58 for none.
Played that beautifully. Saw the short one, got out the way. There are no more of those in this over.
Yep.
Huge edge. Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Yep.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Oh, nice. Yep.
Could be close. Trouble. Oh, gone.
They've played the most brilliant innings here, which could well have turned this match around. It's certainly entertained this crowd, who's loved every minute of it.
Rashid won't have the pressure of facing up just yet. The nerves will be rattling a bit while they're at the non-striker's end. This could be out. A change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early, encouraging them to drive and really attack the stumps.
Yes.
Good shot. It's found the gap.
No trouble at all to punch it away to the boundary for 4. A poor delivery.
6 for 1.
Yeah.
Timed that brilliantly.
Fielders there in the covers, but they put it right into the gap. That's a beautiful shot.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away. Not the ideal way of handling that ball.
I don't think there was any bat on that as they come through for the single.
Yes.
Perfectly timed.
That really wasn't a great delivery. Seen early and it was dispatched with aplomb.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate?
Yep.
Times it nicely.
The fielder could only pick that up off the boundary rope. Punched that away through the covers with exquisite timing. Great shorter ball, well played though, didn't flinch, was able to leave the ball comfortably, and that's the end of the short stuff for this over.
Yes.
Nice shot.
Fine placement and enough timing to get that ball away to the boundary.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come.
Yes.
Just about timed that perfectly.
That was pure elegance, right out of the textbook, that shot.
68.
The end of a tidy over. Batting doesn't seem to be easy out there at the moment. Good pressure building. Hit right on the body. Misjudged it a bit maybe, but couldn't seem to get out of the way. That will have hurt.
That was great movement between the wickets. Just fantastic running. Leg byes to the total.
Really good shot there.
Full and good night. Just leant on that. Didn't have to do much and got 4.
A little short on that occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch. And as we've seen already, it makes it very easy to score.
There was trouble for a moment, but these two are quick enough to avoid the run out in the end.
Yes.
Great shot.
Really good shot that, as they're now into the 20s. They can take plenty of confidence from it going forwards.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come.
Got their weight forward, their head was right, and punched nicely through the ball.
Yeah.
Very sweet off the bat, and 4 all the way.
That's brilliant. Caressed nicely through the covers.
The end of another over. This time, though, some more fielding changes are coming as the restrictions are lifted. 5 fielders are now able to be moved outside the circle.
Yes.
Well timed, but there's a fielder out there. Huge shot. That's a massive shot. Just incredible.
A really good 50 partnership. These two are looking strong. And it's going to take something special to break it up.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right.
Yes.
Does very well to get quickly across to that one.
A little flick of the wrist to get it round the corner for an easy run.
Yep. Yeah.
Picks the gap perfectly.
It was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Really playing all their shots that over, really expensive. Marsh, the right armour, is coming into the attack from the south end.
Good precision with the throw, back from the deep. Decisive running might have got them to. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Finds the edge. The whole team goes up for that one. They feel pretty confident about this. And taken. Superb delivery.
Really tried to push the scoring along and managed to do so for a while, but in the end, it's just one risk too many.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up.
Yep.
Big edge. Where's that going? Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure.
Yep.
Nice shot, runs
Yes,
possible.
keeper.
Misses out there on the short and wide one.
Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
Catch. Yes.
Couldn't have hit that any better.
Good return there, back from the deep. Really raced between the wickets after it was clipped away nicely behind square.
8 runs added there. The Super Kings are 109 for 2.
Yep.
There'll be runs here. Wow, that's missed the lot.
Ball in.
Totally beaten by the change of pace on that delivery. Very unlucky not to take the wicket.
Absolutely nailed it.
Too much width and it gives a free swing of the arms through the line of the ball. It's been given the full treatment.
Rashid has got the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits.
Yep.
Good bit of timing there.
A fantastic shot. Gets forward, head over the ball and smashes that one away.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you just got to accept it and move on.
Yep.
They'll get at least one.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
We're done.
Yep.
Out! What a catch!
A long walk back to the pavilion. This has not been a good knock. Not what you expect from someone of this skill level.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. There'll be one run here for them.
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Yes.
It was slightly shorter, but it was seen early. Got onto the back foot quickly. Just pushed it away behind square.
Yep. Keeper. Yes. Keeper. Yep.
End of the over, 6 runs coming from it. The Super Kings are 127 for 3.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer. Good catch. Out.
They will receive now the warmest of receptions from this crowd for a supreme display of batting.
A lot of pressure coming to the crease. Not had the best of weeks leading up to this game, and will want to show everyone their strength. They'd look for a couple here.
Immediately underway with some runs.
That's right off the meat of the bat.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for 4, driven away nicely.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key. Straight to the fielder.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
End of the over. The Super Kings are 134 for 4. Ahmed, the left armer, is coming on to bowl from the south end. Oh my word, fast reflexes and grabs it. Stunning catch.
Starting to get interesting now. That's the 5th wicket, and a very frustrated person is heading back to the pavilion.
The team will be after a positive innings from this batter. A great opportunity to come in and put some runs on the board.
That shot allows them to get off the mark.
Wait on. Yep.
Great shot.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket.
Yep.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot, good running. Wait on it.
Nicely played. Perfect timing.
Oh, good running. It needed to be as well. That's probably a lot closer than they expected.
That sees the completion of the over. A good one too. Not many opportunities to score.
Waiting.
Couldn't get it through the field. This could be trouble.
Wait on.
That's gone. Couldn't ask for an easier catch.
A trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
It's a long way to walk out here just to walk straight back. They'll just want to get this first one behind them and then push on.
Just need to settle down. The timing's off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Time for cool heads.
Needs to be on target.
Hey, outside!
They find themselves 7 wickets down. It's about now you need someone to stand up and stick around at the crease.
For 7, the right-handed batsman now.
Beaten on the drive.
A good piece of bowling there. A little bit of pace off the delivery, and the batter is all at sea.
Yeah. Bowler, bowler.
Exquisitely down the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
The Super Kings weren't given much of an opportunity. A very tidy over.
Yep.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Yeah.
Nice timing, good batting, won't get to the boundary.
Bowler's in.
A couple on offer here.
That gets things going. Just nice to get settled, start to get your first runs.
Wait. Waiting. Yep. Waiting.
Ahmed has had a pretty good over. Just needed a bit more luck to find a wicket. Marsh, the right-arm medium bowler, is coming into the attack from the north end.
Yeah.
Doesn't beat the infield. Good pickup, big chance.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running. In this over.
Yeah.
Good return, back from the deep. Onto the front foot and punched it nicely. Would have hoped to find the rope.
Yep.
Edged it. Big shout. Gone. What a catch. Diving across. Looked for all money as if it was going through.
A long walk back to the pavilion. This has not been a good knock. Not what you'd expect from someone of this skill level.
Ahmed comes out to bat in a bit of form, but it'll be interesting to see how they go today. Power and precision in that shot.
Exactly where you want your fielders to throw as a wicketkeeper, right over the top of the stumps. Ahmed gets off the mark.
Well, that was another good over. You can see the frustration growing on the batters. The left-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the south end.
Yes.
Drives and misses everything.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Yeah.
Times it nicely.
Bowler's in.
Good return, back from the deep. Great shorter ball, well played though, didn't flinch. Was able to leave the ball comfortably. And that's the end of the short stuff for this over.
Yeah.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs. This is everything.
Bowling.
That was a slower delivery, played too early, and it went straight through to the keeper.
Yep.
Four runs added in the over. The Super Kings are 158 for 8. Marsh from the north end.
Yep.
4 overthrows, the throw was unnecessary, and as it turns out, pretty costly.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate?
Yeah.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
Obviously didn't like the look of that one, and just ignored it.
Oh, no. Yes, nice bowling.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Yep.
They'll push hard, should get back for 2.
Just a little bit wide, well picked up. And let the ball do all the work really, just to nudge it down towards third.
Hey, nice bowling.
Just threw the shot too early. No interest in that one from the batter. Marsh will be wanting to hone in on a better line and length to make them play next time.
End of the over, and again it's a good one for the bowling side. Not letting batters build any momentum. Ahmed is coming into the attack. We'll see the left armour from the south end.
Manipulating the field, asking questions of the opposition captain as they take a single.
Wait on.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Ahmed will be frustrated with that shot. The ball was there to hit, but couldn't find the gap.
Oh.
Smothered
Yes,
the
nice
spin,
bowling.
played it well.
Nicked it! Loud shout. Yes, well taken in the slips.
Another one goes off to the sheds. That's 9 down. Some good bowling finding this tail out, and it certainly feels like this is close to finishing.
Yep.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yeah.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
And that marks the end of the match.
That's an incredible win. It was touch and go, but they get the runs needed with 1 wicket to spare. Complete edge of your seat stuff.